Before we get to today's video, be sure to check out the sponsor of the channel, Dueling Guard, for all your TCG accessories. They specialize in awesome deck boxes, playmats, binders, and all the essentials a true duelist needs. Use my discount code SLIM at checkout to save yourself some money on your purchase. The link will be in the description and pinned comment. With all that being said, let's get to today's video.
What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video today, and today, you guys, I have my board breaker tier list for September 2024. Finally got with the times, made a tier maker account, took some time, got some images to present this to you guys today. So hopefully you guys enjoy. You guys seem to like my first tier list. Again, that was, thanks to Sacco and Logan, just giving me ideas on how to, kind of just go approaching tier lists. And, I did a lot of research. I checked a lot of the other channels out that have been doing tier lists, and I decided to hop on the bandwagon and, do some of my own. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Be sure to smash that like button, check all the links in the description below, and let's hop into it. So I kind of broke it down into categories as best I could. I'm still learning tier maker, so again, bear with me. Old, so gotta learn these things, but I broke it down. You guys can see I have it by the monsters, most of the spells, and etc. The tiers that I decided to put, so I put main deck. This is just something that if you can main deck it, you do. Possible main deck, it has the potential to be in your main deck. Side deck, self-explanatory. Possible side deck, basically if you're looking for the last couple cards, basically where you put it. Future potential is something that you're not seeing play right now, but definitely will in the future. And then not leaving the binder, which means it's not seeing the light of day. Instead of put back in the binder, it's just not even leaving the binder, just staying in the binder. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's hop into it. I'm starting with the the Kaiju-S monsters. So definitely Sphere Mode is definitely a side deck option. I would also put Lava Golem in possible. I think Sphere Mode is just superior. The problem with Lava Golem is that you can't normal or special, so if your deck is reliant on that, that's a problem. Sphere Mode is just better. Like, you literally can just clear 3 problems and you actually get the Sphere Mode back, which is pretty crazy. So one thing to be weary of, only because I've heard it come up in weird situations, just be careful against decks that can utilize level 10s, because that kind of comes up. So yeah, just thought I'd mention it because it was definitely something that has come up from people telling me that they sphere moded their opponent, couldn't really do anything, and they were actually able to utilize the sphere mode, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, and then Kaijus, I'm sorry, you're just not leaving the binder. I love Kaijus, but just crossing over one monster just isn't going to really cut it these days. The boards are still going to be crazy. And remember, this is all pre-Rage of Abyss. Post-Rage of Abyss, it gets even more nuts. And I literally think Sphere Mode and Lava Golem are still better. Sorry, Gamazil. Sorry, Kaijus. I don't think you're leaving the binder anytime soon. You're just not, they're not as relevant as they used to be. This would also apply to Santa Claus, which I didn't put here, but you definitely don't want to be playing that card. It's a light fiend. Need I say more? So yeah. On to the rest of the monsters. So I really do like Fenrir. I think this is a really cool side deck card. I'm going to put it in possible side deck because I definitely don't say it as a side deck staple. Same goes with Pankratops. Pack said the same thing. It definitely, both of these cards definitely have potential, and that's what I really like about them. Fenrir is just nuts, can answer a lot of problems. Being able to search another copy, have follow up is great. Pankratops as well can just deal with certain problematic cards. You just don't see them that much. There are just better side deck cards at the time, so that's the reason for that. But I do have them as possible side deck options. Something I definitely want to test out. I haven't seen too many decks outside of obviously Kashtira main decking Fenrir, but it's definitely something that I know some Tenpai players have tried. And then I guess Vanquish Soul, actually, I saw a Vanquish Soul list that topped a regional this past weekend. So yeah, they do play Fenrir along with the Rise Heart, so you definitely have that potential. That's for the main deck of that specific deck, but I think in most decks, if you have the space, I would definitely try it out, if it fits, your game plan. And then unfortunately, Kurikara has really fallen down. This card used to be really insane in previous formats. Yeah, it's searchable in Fire. Maybe you might see them play one copy just because it's searchable, but it just doesn't do enough like it used to, unfortunately. So I have it just not leaving the binder. I have not seen this card in ages, and I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. So on to the next. So I've got, of course, the back row removals. So Lightning Storm, I'm going to put it here in the side deck along with this and this. These are all just really, really good cards. The fact that this can be versatile, hit the front row or back row is awesome. Duster is Duster. Cyclone is just needed. You need it against Runic. You need it against the one Sangan Summoning. You need it against any, floodgates or anything that can get in your way. It being a quick play is amazing. I didn't even include Twin Twister. I don't like the discard. It's just not as great. It's just not as versatile. Yeah, it's fine. The only problem with Lightning Storm is monsters if you've already established monsters on the board. But, you know, honestly, like, this is just a strictly, like, going second card. So definitely something that I would say should definitely be in the side deck. Twister's just not as good right now. And, like, I think, actually, Cyclone is probably the better card just out of all of these. It's just more versatile. On to the more, like, the main board breakers. This card is, honestly, I feel like if you can main deck this, you should. This card is just crazy. Like, you can just turn off an entire board and you can play into the board. And yeah, this card is nuts. I definitely had to put it in main deck if you can. I don't even want to put it in possible main deck because that's something that, like, I feel this is such a versatile card, such a you know, such a, like, actual impactful card that you should just be main decking this. So Dark Ruler, I'm gonna put it in the side deck. I can't say possibly main deck it because I don't really see that happening. Yeah, it's like another version of Droplet. It can you know, it can basically turn off the board, which is great. I think it definitely has really good side deck potential. Like, I would actually move it up here. I think that being the way boards are going to be established right now, you can turn off the board and break it. Yeah, you won't be able to OTK them that turn, but that's fine because if you are able to break the board and then establish your board, like, it's amazing. So definitely want to include this as a side deck card. I just don't see it as a main deck card. Honestly, Cyclone could almost be a main deck card, to be honest. Yeah, it's so hard sometimes. Like, if I wanted, I'll leave it here for now, but just know Cyclone could definitely be a possible main deck card just because of how versatile it is, this format. Here's a card that definitely could be a possible main deck. Book of Eclipse is crazy. I was looking at the results from this past weekend at one of the regionals, and shout out to John Wilkin. He got 3rd place playing Yubel, and he was main decking this. This card is crazy. It just answers the whole Yubel board, turns everything off, and you just clear it. This card is really nice. Obviously, it has the drawback, like, if for some reason you aren't able to break the board, they're able to draw cards, but that doesn't matter. Like, you literally use this to just turn off the board, and problematic monsters can get in your way. It can turn off stun monsters, all kinds of things. So definitely, if you can main deck this, I would say you should. So the problem with Ultimate Slayer, and I'm debating if it's future potential, possible side deck. I'll put it in possible side deck for now. I think that this card, it's very, very cool because your opponent can respond to it, but you have to be able to support it with the correct extra deck targets, and that is very, very niche. So I would say while this card is amazing, like, the only deck I've seen that's had success with it is Floowandereeze, because obviously they don't care about their extra deck. So they were able to use this, you know, a lot more versatile than other decks. If your deck doesn't rely on that and you need to break the boards, this was more important when, like, Barone and Savage were around because you could use, like, Malong to, you know, answer that. So that was really good. I'm just gonna put this in possible side deck. Yeah, possible side deck, future potential. I think it'll be more so. I'll put it in future potential. Actually, I just don't think right now is the time for Ultimate Slayer. This card. Now, here's the thing with Evenly. Only if you're playing a strictly going second deck would I say this should be main deck worthy. Like, this card is absolutely nuts. Like, this is like a A tier card, but this is definitely a side deck card because game one, like, you just don't want it, especially if you're building your deck to go first. And even if you're building your deck to go second, like Tenpai, yeah, you're not playing this card. You're a battle phase deck. So this is definitely an amazing card, though. So it has to be in the side deck. There's not Omni Negates going around, so you literally just evenly match it. It's like crazy. So yeah, this combination too, Dark Ruler Evenly, is pretty nasty, just saying. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Super Poly. So again, the thing with Super Poly is it all depends on your extra deck space. It depends on what the end boards look like. Like, we've just started the regionals, and remember, we're in a weird, awkward window before Rage of the Abyss, so it's hard to say. I would say that this is a possible side deck card, but I am going to stick it actually in future potential just because I haven't seen this card really utilized that much. This is just something that you can have, you know, sitting on the sidelines, and we can see how the board's established post-Rage, and then we can see if we can revisit this card again. But I definitely would say this card is a huge future potential. It's been amazing in the past, but every format it seems to change. Some formats it's better than others, so that's why I'll put it in future potential. Raigeki. So Raigeki, Darkhold. These cards are interesting. I'm gonna put both of them, I guess, in possible side deck. Now, the reason for this is that the only deck that main decks these is Tenpai, because obviously you want to go second. So you see, it's really niche about these cards in general. I like them, though. I like, you know, throwing a Raigeki, throwing a Dark Hole, you know, bait into gates, throw another one, wipe the board, OTK. That's what Tenpai wants to do. So these are just really specifically for that deck. But I think, like, they're, like, good cards. It just really depends. If your deck can support them properly and you really are trying to go second, this does give you that option in the side deck. I would definitely play Raigeki before Dark Hole, though. That's just obvious. So now Metal Turnus. Now this card, again, this card is insane. If you checked out Luke Sacco's video on this card, this is one of the best cards of the format. There's so many cards you know, that are in common between players. I really think this is a really important card that I don't know if this is a main deck card. I'll be honest, I have not played with this card, so I don't actually know. I'm gonna put this in side deck because this could be something, once you know what your opponent's playing, obviously you'll be able to utilize this a lot better. So I'm definitely gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna put this pretty high, actually. I think that this could potentially be really, really good. Just being able to, you know, post game one, knowing what your opponent's playing, you could side this in, and this card could be great. So definitely want to include this card. Don't sleep on Metal Turnus. It's definitely a card I think people are forgetting about. On to the Steelers, these are all going to basically go inside deck. So Change of Heart. Change of Heart, I think, is the best one. I'm going to put Mind Control and Snatch Steal in possible side deck. Problem with Snatch Steal, you can just Cosmic it. You can answer it real easily. Mind Control is fine, like, but you can't, it's not as versatile. Like, yeah, you can link away with it or do whatever, but I like Change of Heart just because it's the most versatile. So Change of Heart, I'm definitely going to put as the best, like, take card. Sadly, Econ, I don't think you... It really sucks when a card used to be so good and then it falls off, and I think that's sadly where this card is right now. Like, I'll tell you this, though. I would side it before I would side a Kaiju or a Kurikara, so yeah, I just wish it was better. It's just you don't see this card that much. There are just better options right now in the format. These are just going right up here. These cards are crazy. What else can I say? There's just so many good spells in this format. Like, these cards are crazy. These are, if you can main deck them, you main deck them. I wouldn't even put them in possible main deck. If you can main deck them, you main deck them. Thrust has so many options. Talents is just insane. So, yeah. On to Floods. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Okay, yes, these are board breakers. It doesn't matter if you're going second. Like, literally, you can set these cards and survive. Ask Runic players. Ask, like, trap decks from the past. Being able to just flip this, you know, bait in a gate and flip these are absolutely crazy. So I'm literally just going to put all of these in possible side deck. Now, the problem with these, now we do have to address that. Rivalry, Gozen, and Tikaboo. So I honestly think Tikaboo is the strongest because it literally can hit you Bell, limiting them to one Fiend, and then Tenpai to one Dragon. There's, you know, that's really, really strong. Rivalry, of course, can, you know, link lock, Gozen, but the problem is you see a lot of fires, you see a lot of darks. Same thing, you see a lot of, you know, the same type, same attribute. So I'm gonna say Tikaboo is the strongest one, but only specific decks can play it. So I did want to include these in there, but these are definitely possible side deck cards. I mean, they're all at one for a reason. So, and if you're playing Runic, they're all in there. So yeah. This pains me because this is, again, one of my... I love this card, but it's just not good. It's just not enough. Like, you have Effect Veiler, you have a lot of other options. Going second, though, into a board, like, you would rather just Droplet or Dark Ruler and answer the board, not just a monster. It is very cool, though, because it is a quick play, so it does have that, you know. Actually, you know what? I can't leave it in not leaving the binder. I'm gonna put it in maybe future. No, I'm lying to myself if I do that. No, I have to leave it in not leaving the binder for now. Keyword for now. Same thing with this. This was really good against Pearly and like the Towers S monsters, but we just don't see that right now. So if Pearly comes back, this will definitely go up. And then this last card, shout out to all the content creators because I did not know what the hell this card was. And for those of you that don't, it's called Vesper Girsu, and it reads, if your opponent controls two or more monsters than you do, they have the option they can send any number of monsters they control to the graveyard, after which you apply the following effect. So if they send 0, their life points become halved. If they send 1, your opponent gains 2,000. If they send 2, you banish all cards in your opponent's hand face up to the end phase. And if you banish 3+, your opponent cannot activate monster effects this turn.
The problem with this card is that obviously the opponent will choose, and it depends on the situation how, how effective this will be. This is like the king of future potential though, because I definitely think this is a card that might see play in the future. It just really will depend on, what the format will shape up to be post Rage, and also if players will be playing it. This actually came out as a common, so it's definitely something you guys can pick up and look into it to see if it does actually fulfill the future potential as a board breaker, this format. But that is it for my tier list. Hopefully I'm getting better at these. We'll see what happens. But let me know what your guys think in the comment section down below. I'm sure I forgot some cards. I'm putting folders together to add more and more images. So if there's any cards that I did forget in this board breaker list, I'm sure there were plenty. Some I didn't include on purpose, but if there were ones you wanted my opinion on, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will go ahead and put that into the next board breaker tier list. And we'll be doing this, going forward. So hope you guys enjoy. Definitely check out all the links down below. Remember, Dueling Guard, use a discount code SLIM. Save your guys on your purchase. They have the new Gauntlet bag that came out that is absolutely awesome, so definitely check it out. You guys have seen me post about it the last couple days, and definitely check out all the links down below, and check out my eBay. I'm selling Yu-Gi-Oh merch that I have, open to discussing prices and stuff. I'm pretty laid back when it comes to that stuff, so definitely check it out. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this tier list. Smash that like button if you enjoyed, and again, in the comment section down below, let me know what you think and any cards I should include in the future. But that's all I got for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.